Welcome guys to my second video. In this video I'm going to be teaching you guys on how to use identifiers, what they mean, how to use them, their conventions and all about it. Firstly, we need to know what an identifier is. An identifier, a Python identifier, is a name used to identify variables, classes, functions in Python. There are more things you can use them to identify. An identifier must start with an alphabet or an underscore. You can't start an identifier with a number, and I'll show you what happens when you do that now. So this is a variable. 3s here is a variable, and I have named it wrong. I have identified it wrong. The identifier for this variable is a wrong convention, is a wrong way of naming an identifier to use to identify a variable. When I run this, it's going to give me a syntax error. Invalid syntax. I can't start an identifier with a number. That is lesson 1. Lesson 2, you can't start an identifier with a punctuation mark. Any symbols. You can't start with any symbols. You can't start the name with any symbols, either dot or comma or asterisk. The only symbol you can use is underscore. If you use bracket, it's not going to work. It's all wrong. You are twisting it all together. So this is the first thing you need to know in Python to get started. If you don't know how to name an identifier, you are just going nowhere. So let me show you the list of valid identifiers. You can start an identifier with an alphabet. You can start them with an underscore. Then after that underscore, anything can follow. After the alphabet, anything can follow. I'll show you an example of that too right here. You can have an underscore and 2. Why we can use 2 in this scenario is because an underscore is already at the front of it, which makes it a valid identifier. Or after an alphabet, this is also a valid identifier. And when an underscore comes before any other letters, the only thing you can use in Python forever and ever is punctuation marks. You can't use any symbol as an identifier, any symbol. The 3 things that can come into an identifier is underscore, alphabet, either uppercase or lowercase, and a number. Any other thing is not added, it's not included. No matter where it comes, maybe beginning or last, it is an error. So we have some conventions that are laid down in Python already. We use alphabet, uppercase letters to start the identifiers for class. This is an example. You can understand what this is now, but as we go through this tutorial together, you will understand. This is a class. I just created a class here, and this is the identifier AYU. It is a convention to name any class identifiers to start it with an uppercase. You can use a lowercase as time comes on, you see it, but it is convention. Variables start with normal, any other thing except from class start with lowercase. Any variable that starts its name with an underscore, it's a private variable, and any that starts with a double underscore is a strong private variable. If I run this now, we're not going to get any errors in our program. Everything runs correctly because they are all right. These are only the right ways you can name it. And the name looks stupid. If you want to look at the names I used were not creative enough. If you want to use creative names, I'm sure you know use an underscore and 2. You use a name that you can remember. It's also a good way to program. Use a name that you can remember, a simple name or a very descriptive name. Maybe when you're coding a calculator program and you want to use like the first variable, instead of using v1, you can use variable. like var1 instead of v_1 or _1. This one makes more sense. I hope this video makes a lot of helped you enough, and if you like this video, please click the subscribe button below to receive more Android programming tips on Python from. Okay, before I go, let me go through these last steps. I've told you on how to use identifiers, on how to name them. Then there are keywords in Python that we can never use. We can use them, but we must never use them as our names, as our identifiers. Sorry. This an example of a keyword is if. You can't use if as an identifier to maybe your class identifier or your variable identifier. It's not going to work. And there are other identifiers, other keywords. No keywords will work. Even from won't work, as won't work. They are all keywords. You can't use keywords as names. It is going to bring us an error, a syntax error. I'm going to show you list of keywords now.